there, good afternoon and welcome to my termly update for the Hello there and welcome to the termly update for the Roman Fields newsletter. Hello there and welcome to my termly update for the Roman Fields newsletter. We've had a really busy term as per usual at school. Just to quickly list through a few things that have been going on for you to keep you up to date. The first thing we did as part of this current term in January was we had a talk from a lady called Sarah Hendricks, who is a real specialist and has autism herself, and she came in to talk to the staff at Roman Fields about what it's like to live with autism, how to promote things like happiness and try to reduce anxiety, which we all know is a big issue sometimes for young people who are autistic. Another thing that we went through in January as well was we had some results come in for English and Maths GCSE. And I'm really pleased to be able to announce that several of our students actually moved up from one grade to another, with many of our students achieving B grades and C grades in English and Maths. So that was really pleasing because it's enabled some young people now to get onto various college courses and to be ready and prepared for September of this year. In addition to lots of exam stuff, we also had a visit from a company called Target Autism, and they spent 2 days with us really sharing with us some of their ideas and thoughts about some good practice within autistic teaching and other aspects, things like social stories and comic book conversations as well, and suggested how we might use those to make our knowledge of teaching and learning more successful. The other thing just to mention as well is that the Autistic Enrichment Programme, the AEP, or some people might know it as Youth Club, has begun again on Thursday afternoons from 3:30 till 6 o'clock. If you'd like any information about that, please feel free to contact us at school and we'll pass that information on to you. The Autism Accreditation is the final thing just to mention. The National Autistic Society, we're hoping are going to re-accredit us for our Autism Accreditation. That's taking place on Tuesday the 28th and Wednesday the 29th of March. And we're hoping that we can really show us at our best strengths and that we can hopefully get that accreditation once again, just as a testament to how much we do in terms of understanding and teaching young people with autism at Roman Fields. So that's it for me. I hope that's given you a bit more of an insight into the term that we've just had. Please feel free to contact me at school should you need any more information, and I look forward to talking to you next month. Thanks very much, bye.
Hi, I'm Deborah and here's Dylan.
Hi.
And we're going to talk to you today about work experience. I joined here in November and my role is to help students find work experience. The reason we do this is by helping students just to get a taster of what goes on in the workplace, we prepare them for adulthood. Dylan is going to tell us a little bit about his placement. So Dylan, you're in GAME at the moment, aren't you?
Yes.
And can you tell us what you do when you go into GAME?
Basically, it's anything normally that you do at work. So you go in, you label the games, you tidy up the store, stuff like that mainly.
So I've come in with you a couple of times and it's been really good. Some of the skills that we try to teach the students when they go on work experience are things like attending regularly, being punctual, working as part of a team, listening to instructions and asking questions if they get stuck. How do you feel now you've been going to GAME for a few weeks? How do you feel? What have you learnt?
Well, I feel a lot more confident myself with talking to the public and stuff, and I've really learned if you just don't know the answer, it's not going to hurt if you ask.
Brilliant. And what do you feel going forward you might want to do now in terms of looking for a job?
I wouldn't mind working at GAME. I really do enjoy that. So,
like a Saturday job or something?
Yeah, I mean working in GAME sounds good. Working at a GAME store in general sounds really good, yeah.
Excellent. We've got other students that go out to various places as well. So in no particular order, on a Monday Rihanna goes to the Colette School. Sometimes with students I go in and help them as well. I take them there and help them. That's on a Monday. On a Tuesday I go to BFI with Lucas, and that's in Berkhamsted. And Lucas works with them and it's basically about restoring films and keeping the heritage alive. Lily's been going to the library on a Wednesday and she's doing brilliantly there as well. On a Thursday Kieran goes into Cafe Tiki, and on a Friday Daniel started to go to the aquarium in the Hillier Garden Centre. there's Stanley, there's Maddie, there's Rihanna, there's Lily.
Really, there's not that many lows. I haven't come across that many at the moment. But the mainly highs is it's just really fun working with people who understand gaming like I do. Because I mean, if it was to be working in an environment which I really didn't like, and it just wouldn't be as fun. And I guess some of the lows are you do get some awkward customers that come in, and they really do make your day a bit more, let's say, enjoyable. And yeah, some of the customers are quite rude. I mean, I've been flipped off in the store before and stuff like that. But it just cheered me up a bit. I just found it quite funny, and yeah, I mean, it's been really fun.
Camera rolling, action!
Steve, thank you for talking to us today. Can you tell us who you've come dressed up as for World Book Day?
Well, I've come dressed up as Nick Hornby from Fever Pitch. It's an autobiographical novel, I think written in 1993, about the 1988-1989 series where Arsenal wins the league against Liverpool in the last game of the series. It's a really good book, definitely a good read. Other Nick Hornby titles are About a Boy, which was also made into a film.
No way.
Definitely. You should read them. They're very good. World Book Day is so important because there are still shocking statistics out there of young people like your age, Michaela, your age, Lily, that have grown up their entire lives without having physical books in their households. And now that we're moving into this technology age, it's even more important that we have physical books that you don't necessarily have to have charged. You don't have to have them plugged in. You don't have to be able to switch them on or know the code for the tablet to be able to access literature. You can literally just pick up a book and thumb through it. And World Book Day is great because it, at least here in the UK, we work to give novels and reading material to all young people and all young students. We've changed it up this year at Roman Fields, where we had the staff members and some students bring in books that they've really, really enjoyed. And right now they're on the air hockey table in the games room, and students are signing up for books that they've read the blurb about and they're interested in. So that now we can, instead of just handing out new books like we did last year, we're handing out used and loved books that people can hopefully have a conversation about, because that's the best thing about reading fiction, I find.
I am Lou Clark from Me Before You.
Can you tell us a little bit about the character?
Well, she's the main character of the book, and she loses her job in a cafe, and she signs on to work 6 months as a carer for a man about her age who has recently had an accident, and he's ended up as a quadriplegic, and he's really, really not happy about it. He's really upset about it. And he doesn't really want to be alive anymore, so she sets out to try and change his mind. She's really quirky. I love her dress sense. Like, she dresses really, like, extravagantly, and she's really quite cheery, but she's also, like, really normal. Like, there's a lot deeper to her than you realise, and I just really admire her.
Brilliant. And finally, what do you feel is so important about World Book Day?
Well, for me it's because I absolutely love reading, but I also believe that for people who think they don't really like reading, I always think that there's a book out there for everyone, and you never know, today might be the day they discover it.
Cameras rolling.
Action line. Okay, so I have to be really honest here. I did struggle to find, I had the outfit and then I needed to find the character. So I searched on the internet and I found Holy Moly, who is a Mexican cartoon character.
I was struggling to find an outfit because the only outfits I had at home available were witches and things like that, so I thought I'd try to be a bit more creative. And looking through my wardrobe, I found a lovely stripy t-shirt with a bit of Diamante on, which I thought would make people laugh, and I thought, I could do a Burglar Bill outfit using that. And I thought the story itself was quite interesting because Burglar Bill doesn't steal things that most burglars would. He steals food.
What do you admire most about World Book Day?
But my experience, certainly this time, it made me actually really think about books, characters within books, and you know how we see them really, because I came up with a lot of other ones where I was like looking at clothes that I could wear, and actually it was more about a book as opposed to the character. So the character stands out when we actually dress up as them.
Mark, thank you very much for talking to us today.
That's all right.
Can you tell us who you have come dressed up as for World Book Day?
I am supposed to be William Wallace from Braveheart. I personally think that every young person should read. It's a great way of learning. It's also, I think, a great way of enjoying different films that are brought out as adaptations of books. There's so much more information in the books.
Jake.
Oh, you caught me. I had to break a mental sweat as well. Hi, I'm Jake Mann. Today I've come dressed up as Sherlock Holmes in disguise.
But don't tell anyone. Very clever.
To yourselves, mum's the word.
So why have you come dressed up as Sherlock Holmes in disguise?
Well, I'm a massive fan of Sherlock Holmes.
Of course.
Yeah. But to be honest, I didn't quite have all the items for a full Sherlock Holmes costume. So I thought, what's more convincing than a Sherlock Holmes costume? And I thought, well,
2 tags.
A Sherlock Holmes in disguise costume. So Sherlock Holmes is a master of disguise. Do I look anything like Sherlock Holmes?
No, not in the slightest.
Therefore, it's an excellent costume, and I really want to win this competition.
So what do you love about World Book Day and why is it important to you?
Well, I love books, so it's a great thing to kind of celebrate. I love talking about books, it's another good excuse for that. But no, I think it's really good to sort of share that with people, because I feel that when someone meets someone else who's also a big fan of reading, then they feel really excited about that and can have a really good discussion about it. So it's basically kind of a day where everyone can just talk about things they really love.